Hello, this is Tom Sillis. I'm the CEO of Wecro.com. The title of this video is What to Do When You Fall Short of Your Goal. And that's a very relevant topic. As you all know, as you may not know, I'm the CEO of Wecro.com. I am technically walking around with a cane because I have a dizziness thing. I get vertigo all the time from an ear infection I got actually almost a year ago. It'll be a year in November 15th of 2023. It was 2022 in November. All of a sudden I got this infection in my ear, and ever since then it's been reoccurring. It's a viral infection. It's hard to get rid of it. It's inside the inner ear. So those things will derail you. Now, before we get started on the topic, I have some housekeeping to take care of. What I'd like you to do, we have digital currency that we're going to give out for free. It's worth about 25. It's about 25 to 30 US dollars. At the end of the video, in between the video, you're going to get a code before the end, and so stick around for the whole video from front to back. You'll miss the code, you won't get your $25 digital currency. It's that simple. It's actually closer to $30. So back to the topic, and I'll explain later how to get it. What I want you to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, hit the notification bell so that when you get other videos coming out, you'll get notified of them. That's it. Very simple. Not too much to ask, right? What to do when you fall short of your goal? Now, there's a lot of reasons that it can happen. Some you're going to be out of your control, like what happened to me. Today I was supposed to work all day. I was in the midst of working on a new section of the program because I develop software too. So I was in the middle of fixing our search function so that people can find the products easier, so it doesn't go to the lead generation page. That's been a thorn in my side, and I couldn't work. I mean, I was dizzy. I was walking. I had to go to the store, get some stuff. I came back. I was dizzy. I had to actually get a ride home. I couldn't drive today. So so those things can derail you, and there's not much you can do for that. And then there's bad luck. Sometimes you start a business, and for some reason, you're the problem you're solving, because usually the whole idea of starting a business is you have a problem out there, you find a solution, you provide the solution, and the problem's solved, right? And you make money off of it. Well, it sounds great, but sometimes the problem goes away, and it's on. It could be a temporary problem that happened, like the war in Israel right now. That's a temporary situation. So if you build a business around that, after 6 months, it's probably not going to be people are going to forget about, what happened, or they're not going to be as worried about it. Let's put it that way. And they're going to need the solution that you provide. So I'm using that as an example, okay? If I cure this ear thing, I wouldn't have to worry about getting dizzy anymore, and my problem would be gone. So I won't need the medicine. I won't need the solution, which is the medicine that I take. So if you're selling that medicine, you're going to be out of business, okay? It's that kind of thing that I'm saying. So those things you can't control. There's some luck involved. If you get a lot of sickness, or you get a lot of problems, your child gets sick or something, you have to babysit. There's those things you can't avoid. There's certain things in life you cannot avoid under any circumstance. No matter how good a job you do, you could be the best guy, and then it'll distract you, of course, and then you're going to fail in your goal. All right. Now let's assume the goal that the goal you fell short of it was your doing. Okay. Now, that could be due to a lot of things. It could be due to distractions. We all got distracted with the war. We start watching the video, want to see what happened next. But it happened to me this last time. Okay, on top of the fact that I'm supposed to, I'm handicapped a little bit, and I have to work twice as hard as the average person to get anything done. Okay, I had the war thing with Israel. Okay, with Hamas. Okay, so I'm sitting there. I spent 7 hours in the last few days watching every video that I could about it. My mind just gave up on everything, and I had that distraction. Now that was caused by me. That's my fault. I finally broke out of it, and I got back to work yesterday. I had a great day yesterday. I got a lot of work done because I broke out of my distractions, and I pushed forward, and I did it. So here's what you do. Okay. you got to learn how to break distraction. I mean, yeah, we know you're going to have things that you can't control. Okay, that's a given. Then not much you can do, but then you got to try to catch up. So now let's assume you take. Okay, I'm going to use an example. Let's say you got 52 weeks in a year. You got Sundays. Okay, well, you never usually. It's good to take a day off a week. I understand that you want to relax, spend time with your family. Okay, so let's assume you had a distraction like this. Okay, like I had, and I lost 7 hours that was caused by me or caused by other things. You got to play catch up. You may have to work half a day on Sundays to put in extra time to catch up on your work. That if you know what you got to do, you already have the goal set. You already have the steps to get there. You already know what you got to do. You're an expert in your field. You know exactly what to do. These are the steps. It's just that it takes time to do them. Okay, like building a website, it takes time. Creating videos for YouTube, you got to edit them. You can chat like I'm chatting. Okay, I don't edit my videos. I take the shortcut. Is it good? No, because what happens if I don't put music on it? You guys are gonna get bored. You're gonna quit the video. Okay, the viewership of my videos is not 60% of the video, which it should be. It's only running 25%. So obviously, I'm not going to get as many hours of viewership, and it's going to delay this channel from getting monetized. Okay, that's just the way it is. Okay, so if you don't put in the extra effort or the extra time, you're going to get shittier results. It's just the way it is. You're going to fall short of your goal that you want to get. In my case, was to get 4,000 viewing hours. Okay, so I'm going to fall short because of my stupidity. Now it's going to take me longer to get to that goal because I got to create more videos. It's going to take me twice as many videos, get more viewership. I got to throw a lot of videos out there, even though they're good. I mean, if people listen to me, they're going to get good information out of them. But what happens is it's going to take me twice as long to get there because I'm going to get half the viewership that the people staying on the video. Okay, so this is why what you got to do. You got to take the steps to do it if it's your own thing. Now let's assume the other thing is distractions. Okay, you have them. Okay, but you're going to look after this video and say, what, I didn't really learn nothing. I already knew that, and that's true. You already knew that. If you get distracted, you're not going to reach your goal. Okay, you got to learn how to put away distraction. In the first year, you just started a business. You got a great idea. The customers like your idea. They're loving it. They're buying your product. But you got to modify your product. You got to package it better. You got to advertise. You got to create a website so people come to it and buy it. Whatever the case may be. Okay, you know what you got to do, right? You're an expert in your field, and yet you just don't have the time because you're taking too much time for distraction. You Monday Night Football, you got to watch The Bachelor, coming up. That was my thing. Monday nights, when The Bachelor was on, I had to watch The Bachelorette, The Bachelor. Then I started watching on Tuesdays during the daytime. I'd be watching when I work from home. I'd take a break and watch 2 episodes of Below Deck. You get hooked on it. It's you get addicted to it. Meantime, there goes 4 hours every day, gone. Or maybe 6 hours a week is gone, or 7 hours a week, because I'm watching TV. You watch Monday Night Football. You're going to watch the Super Bowl. You know what I tell people? Look, the first year you start a business and you really and it really has potential, okay, that means no TV. There's not going to be no Super Bowl. Sorry about that. There's not going to be no World Series. Not going to be no Monday Night Football. I mean, that shit is gone. The TV gets turned off. You only watch TV, you don't even watch it. I mean, for the first year, you're not going to see that television on in your house. Okay, you're going to turn it off. Your kids can watch it, your wife can watch it, but you can't. You're going to be in your office working till you finish your goal. Okay, that's what it takes sometimes to so you don't fall short of your goal. Okay, if you have a goal and you're getting behind, those are probably the reasons for it, because we all do that. I write it down on paper, I put it over here, and I have it on the wall, and I look, I already passed the goal. Then 2 weeks later, I say, what the hell? It was 2 weeks ago. That's what I was doing. I was getting distracted. Okay, so if you take that into your mind, okay, now, and you finish and you do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna have to make up the time somehow. You're gonna try. I mean, I know within reason, you're gonna have situations where you're not. Your wife's birthday, you're probably gonna have to take time off with her, because if you don't, it's the 5 things. If you miss Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, her birthday, her Mother's Day, and there's one more, your anniversary, whatever, you're gonna be sleeping out in the doghouse in the back along with your dog. it's not so comfy out there. It smells in there. Let me tell you. So those are the things. So beyond that, let's get back to okay. I told you how to do it. Work on it. There's a lot of other videos on that. Some take an hour to tell you what I can tell you in 10 minutes. Okay, that's the main thing. If you remember what I just told you, you're going to be 10 steps ahead of the game. Okay, I could save you 10 hours of other videos that you're going to have to watch to learn what I'm going to tell you. Just do it. That's it. Just get up and do the right thing and make your stuff happen. Okay, your goals happen. If they're too aggressive, your goals, well, you're going to know. If you're working all those hours, like I told you, and you're really efficient at doing it, and you're working fast and furious, okay, and you're producing, it's not just sitting there spending the time, it's producing in those hours. What are you doing in those hours? Okay, yeah, you're going to take breaks to have lunch and all that. You're going to have to take breaks. You might have to sleep a little bit more. So you might have to take a nap, whatever, in the middle of the day, whatever, for an hour, so you don't get sleepy again. Maybe have an extra cup of coffee, whatever. But like I said, you got to do the work. You got to do the work and make it happen. It's up to you. You're the one that controls it, not me. I can't control you. Only you can. All right, now let's get to how you get your free digital currency. I promise you, the digital currency is called the Numero. It's based on a basket of 50 commodities and precious metals like gold, silver, and diamonds. And there's coffee, they eat the cotton. There's a bunch. Okay, it's up to 50. So it's based on that. Right now, today it was $1.23 a numero for one numero. Okay. Now the real thing I want to tell you about commodities and precious metals, I don't think it's going to be a surprise to you, but they double every 5 to 7 years. Okay, almost like clockwork. Okay, from inflation, if you buy gold, I remember when gold was $400 an ounce. Now it's what, 2,000 or something. Okay, so what does that tell you? So this is like 20 years ago. So it's about like on schedule. Now some things take a little longer, like some commodities. Milk up until a year ago was I could get for $2 a gallon, and you go to Kroger and you go in, you grab a gallon of milk, $2. Now it's like $5. Okay, most commodities will double in 5 to 7 years. So here we are later. I remember when I was getting it for $1 before that in the year 2000, 2005. I was getting milk at Kroger for $1. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? It doubles. Now, maybe that was a little slower, so maybe that took 7 years. So if you take back 20 years, it's 2023, that was around the year 2000, maybe a little before. You got 7 times 3 is 21 years. There you go. You went from $1, you went to $5. It went up, it doubled once to $2, and it doubled, it was 2 something maybe, little by little, then it got to $5 now. So you see, it's pretty much, with everything goes up as a rule. Okay, some things break the rule, but 99%, most commodities will double every 5 to 7 years. You can bank on that. Okay, now it'll be faster because of the inflation that we have, higher inflation. The next 10 years, you're probably going to see higher inflation with the U.S. debt so high. The dollar is probably going to collapse. It's going to be worth 1/10 of a penny instead of a penny right now. Okay, the buying power. So if you have the Numero, at least you'll be able to get a penny's worth instead of 1/10. It's 10 times more. You're gonna be glad to have the Numero around 20 years or 30 years or 40 years from now when the dollar is worth nothing. Okay, so you see that's why you have that. You save it. If you also shop on Wecro, any service you buy, if you buy groceries online, if you use Postmates, you'll use Wecro instead, and you'll get back 2%. You get back, so that's going to be another 2%. If you spend $5,000 a year, which is very common to do on groceries, you're going to have another 2% of money put aside, and everything else you buy, you're going to buy other services. So you could considerably have 1,200 doubling every 5 years. So that adds up. I mean, if you have, think about it, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, you see it doesn't take long. 40 years from now, you'll have, you'll be in your 60s, say. If you're in your 60s, you'll have like over $128,000 of numeros out there. Okay, that's just with the 2% cashback and all that. So you see, you can do that. It's doable. It's not unusual. And don't forget, you're getting more money as you go. So it's going to keep doubling. If 10 years from now you're going to get more, you're buying. If you're spending $6,000 a year on buying services and buying groceries and buying food delivery, all that stuff, you're going to start seeing it doubling. And 2% of that adds up very quickly. If you spend $10,000 on our site, you're going to have $20. Okay, like I said, it doubles. You know, the doubling of the penny. You heard that. You know about that one. A penny doubles in 30 days, becomes becomes worth. What would I say? It's worth like $3 million. Okay, so think about that. Imagine if the numero that you already have from now in 40 years now is going to double, and not every year. It's going to double every 5 years, but that's still going to increase a lot. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of money. Okay, so now, but because you're getting more money, you're going to get you could have $3 million, because you're not going to start at 1 penny and have to wait to go 2 cents, 4 cents. You're starting at a much higher amount. You're further down the path. So now you only need maybe to do 12 turns. Okay, so you can do that. It would take you 60 years, but look, you're probably going to do it faster because you're going to have more money going in as you go along. So that's doubling. So the net effect is going to be the same. You could conceivably have 3 million numeros out there. Okay, $3 million worth of numeros you can have. Okay, so it's going to be worth a lot more than the U.S. dollar. The $1 is going to be worth maybe 100 million, of dollars. But of course, the dollars won't have any buying power. But you get my point. Okay, you're going to have good buying power. You'll be able to survive, and you'll be able to live very comfortably in your life. Like, I'm 70 years old. If I had done that before, and I had doubled my money every year, I'd be living very nicely. Okay, even if I did double it every 5 years, if I took 10,000 and double it for every 5 years, I'd be a lot further along. I mean, you do the math. Take a spreadsheet and do that. Double it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Take $10,000 and double it every 5 years, and do that for how long it takes to get to age 60. And you're going to see, you're going to be amazed at how much money you're going to have. So that's the story. Now let me give you the code. Let's talk, and then we're going to talk about how you get the numero. The code is going to be 100XY. It's 100XY. X as in xylophone, Y as in yes. Okay, it's 100XY. Write it down on a piece of paper, put it in your wallet, because when you register on our site, which the link is down below at wecro.com, you're going to be able to go there, register. Once you register, because anybody that registers this September, we do these codes every week. I think it's every 10 days, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be it's going to be at least 3-4 times a month. So you're going to be able to get the new code. You can go back and get a new one, and you put them each code in, and you'll get more money. You can walk away, if you watch my videos every week, you're going to walk away with $100, at least $100 a month worth of more than that in numeros, okay? And then imagine that's doubling every 5 years. So you keep watching my videos, you're going to keep earning money, okay? Because we want you to get rich. I want you to save money. I want you to realize that, because see, what we're doing with the money that we get when we, instead of us giving you cash, we're giving you numeros. What I'm doing is I'm taking that cash and we're putting it we're buying the numeros for you, and we're actually, we're taking that money and we're letting it increase, and we're borrowing that money and we're using it to build our business, okay? So it's like we're self-investing into the business, and I'm giving you that, that away, because I have other businesses that are making money, okay? I'm not a billionaire yet. I'm going to be. I have a $200 billion business now, so I know it's going to be making a lot of money. So I'm already pre-investing, from my other ventures, because I got cash flow. So I take that money, I buy numeros, and I use that money for the numeros. The business is using it to expand much more rapidly, and I'm avoiding getting other investors in the business, okay? So that's why I do that. Now, like I said, you already know how the numero works. There's a link down below. Register on wecro.com as a user, and then you're going to get an email in 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to give you instructions it is basically the link to the place. All you got to do is key in the code. You'll have the link. You'll be able to go to it. It'll always be on our site. We'll have a thing for numero, wecro.com/numero. The link will be there as well when we finish putting everything out there, and you'll be able to register with your code and get your numeros. You can only get one a week, like that. For every code you only get $25. So that's it. So that's it, my friends. Now you know how to what to do when you fall short of your goals. I hope you do it. I hope you listen. I hope you do it. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe. Please like this video. And please hit the notification bell, and you can hear more of my rambling. I hope I helped you guys, really. That's what I'm aiming to do. I want to see everybody get wealthy as much as possible because the U.S. government's not doing it for you. I'm doing a lot more for you than the U.S. government will ever do for you. Okay, thank you very much. We'll see you on the other side. Thank you.